Hey everybody, this is Hayes. We are going to remove a condenser and replace the air compressor on this 2007 Honda Civic. The first thing that I did is I went ahead and pulled a vacuum on it. I've been pulling it all night, and it's still on the negative side, so I still have vacuum, which means there's no leaks. First thing I did is remove this little shield right here, and there's little plastic clips like that you got to pull out, and then you just pull it right off. I'm going to remove the radiator bracket. There's two bolts, one here and one on the opposite side. I'm going to remove these and put these bolts in a nice spot, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the clips themselves, the mounts, I guess. So that's what I'm going to call them today. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove the upper radiator hose. Remove three hoses. The upper radiator hose. I'm sorry, two hoses. You're going to remove these two bolts for this, and remove that hose as well from the radiator. Put it to the side. Put this one to the side. Okay? Now we got it somewhat loose. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and remove these hex bolts right here that hold on to the grill, that hold the grill down. And I already got one out, but it's a 5. It's a 5. Well, trust me, it's a 5. I'm going to put this bolt away in my designated area. I'm going to go ahead and remove this one as well, because I have to. Granted, I'm using air. Sorry about the noise. So I'm going to put this away. Now I can get the grill somewhat out of the way, and I can also remove these bolts down here that hold on the condenser, because I'm replacing the condenser, as you see. Okay, so remove those bolts. There's 1, 2. There's 1, 2. Okay, after you remove these two bolts and those, we're going to remove the lines themselves from the condenser. And there's a bolt there. There's a bolt. There's 3 bolts. 1, 2, and there's one on the bottom you can't miss. Okay? You remove those lines from the condenser. I'm going to be using a 10mm socket, 1/4" drive, ratchet, and socket for that. Okay, now once you remove all those screws on the drive passenger side, you'll have to move the grill out of the way, and carefully, slowly. Also, there's a wire. I'm sorry. There's a wire down here you have to disconnect. No problem. Just squeeze the tab and pull it out. Once you get those bolts out, like I said, just gently pull the condenser out and lay it to the side, because you'll have to transfer parts. Like you have to transfer the brackets. Make sure you replace all the O-rings. There's 2 O-rings. There's 2 O-rings, one on this one and one on the one on the top. Okay, replace those with new, fresh seals. Lubricate them with the PAG oil before you reinstall them. Okay. Thank you. All right, everybody, we are about got this thing disassembled. I went ahead and pulled out the radiator, since the only thing I had to do was remove that lower radiator hose, unplug this sensor, and unplug this sensor up here, and pull the radiator out. And instead of taking out the alternator, and the air compressor is right here, I'm also doing an air compressor. So everything is accessible right now. I just pull it off and throw the new one back on there carefully. There is a bolt right here. I don't know if you can see the glare is so bad. there's a 18 millimeter stud coming out. You put a wrench on that and you push it towards the inside of the vehicle like that, and then you remove that belt. Okay, so I'm going to do that now, and then we can remove the air compressor. Alright, and we're just about done with the disassembly of the radiator, the condenser, and the air compressor. I've been on it approximately maybe an hour. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the 4 12 millimeter bolts securing the air compressor to the block. And there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this side over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And we can remove the air compressor. Okay, it comes right out of the hole once you take these 4 bolts out of there. Okay. Up here. Once you take those 4 bolts out of there. Okay, and you inspect, make sure they're both the same. And it looks like these are the same. This is a clutch, by the way. This is the pulley. It free spins. When the computer kicks on the compressor through a computer-controlled relay, this piece right here will electromagnetically mount onto this, and it spins the internal parts of the compressor. So that's a clutch, in case you didn't know. It's right here. So they look the same, so I'm going to install some PAG oil in here, 4 ounces. I'm going to replace all my seals, and I'm going to reinstall everything. Alright, we're going to install 4 ounces of PAG oil. It's about 4 ounces right there. Once you do that, you're going to grip your clutch right here, both pieces, the outer piece and the inner piece together, and you're going to spin it, and you're going to cycle that oil inside. Okay, I'm going to lubricate it. All right, now we're ready to install. I just want to stop here and give props to Honda, because you know when you put on most air compressors, you got them holding them up there with one hand and screw them with the other hand. This one actually has hangers on it. You see that? One on that side and one on the other side. So you just put the air compressor on there, drop it on there, and it just holds right in place. Outstanding engineering. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Honda. Okay, we're on the installation process of the condenser, the dryer. It's a combo. Put your brackets back on there. Make sure you get your little boots, those little rubber boots, those mounting boots. Make sure you install those, don't forget. And also, put this back on this one. And there's a little clip back here that you just open up and it pulls right off and you stick it back on there. So we're going to stick it back in the hole and put some new O-rings on our lines and tighten them up. Air compressors are already installed, belts already installed, 18 millimeter wrench on that. Pull it towards the inside the vehicle, and that in the rearward direction, and install the belt. Okay, we're good. So we're about on 2 hours right now. Alright guys, this is the last step. Got the radiator in there, got the compressor in there, got the belt in there, got all your little bolts back on there. I got to tighten that one up yet. All the bolts in there. Last step is to pull a vacuum. I just have a pump here, so you see it's on 10. My gauge is kind of screwed up. I'm going to pull that to the negative. I'm going to suck air out of it. Alright, it's going to go close to 20, maybe 15. I'm going to pull a vacuum for like 20 minutes again. I'm going to shut it off and I'm going to watch the gauge. I'm going to make sure there's no leaks. If that needle goes back up to 0, we know we got a leak. So I'll check back in 20 minutes. All right, that would be it. Everything turned out well on the Honda Civic. Nice and cold, blowing out ice cubes. Sorry about the video quality. I don't have another helper to help me, the video while I talk, so I'm working on that. So like and subscribe if it helps you out, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Peace.